The event featured panelists and speakers addressing a host of timely topics ranging from the economy to education, from social and criminal justice reform to local, state, and national politics. What did the mayor call his speech? A shift the tone. He said we need to shift the tone. And he warned the people in attendance, this is not going to be your typical just mayor gets up and talks to you guys speech. And in fact, he covered a lot of wide-ranging topics, but because it was the state of Black Shreveport, there obviously was the common thread of race. And the first soundbite we have is Mayor Perkins talking about, do I understand this correctly? And listen to it and see if he says what I thought about Republicans are trying to take power away. Republicans are trying to keep the black people in Shreveport down.
There's an effort to undermine my administration, but it is much bigger than that. There's an effort by some of the local Republican Party to obstruct progress and rewrite the city charter to strip power away from black elected officials across the board.
Is that what it sounded like to you a little bit? Is he pointing fingers?
Those bad Republican white people.
Well, you know, it's interesting because speaking of those bad Republican white people, it was just about a week ago that he and Councilman John Nicholson had that back and forth to the point that they had to, it was like Councilman Fleury said, Chairman Fleury, let's just all take a break, go get a little drink of water,
eat a cookie,
take a deep breath. We can come back, we can pick this up again, but let's let cooler heads prevail. So the mayor had first gone after Nicholson, which that was what sort of motivated Councilman Fleury to start banging on the gavel. Said, whoa, hold on, let's just back off a little bit. Well, they came back, and Nicholson got in his 2 cents. Well, evidently at the State of Black Shreveport speech on Saturday at Southern University here in town, the mayor wasn't done with his talking bout, Councilman Nicholson.
Councilman John Nicholson demanded a national search be conducted, a measure that previous mayors have not taken and is not required by the city charter. Plus, I don't work for Councilman Nicholson, and it's not his authority to demand search.
Thoughts?
He and Nicholson, I hope they can come together at some point.
About what?
And try to iron this, because the personal part of this is just, it's not pleasant. It really isn't. And it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not governmental.
It's not becoming?
Yeah.
But what do you do when the other guy, and I'm talking about Nicholson now as much as I'm talking about the mayor, what do you do when the other guy is just like 100% the opposite of what you think? It's like when you say to me, you need to see the Democrat side of things. You need to see like how Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders, I know what Bernie Sanders wants. How do I compromise with that?
Right.
Now, the mayor then got into the economics of the city.
We have to thank Louis Avalone, American Ground, for getting us these cuts so quick.
And he basically said, there's too much money in one part of town. There's too much money centralized in southeast Shreveport.
We need to spread it around.
In that Grayson Butcher district.
Shreveport is a majority city, but all the wealth and resources are south of I-20 and east of I-49. We have to change that. We need a more equitable distribution of resources. That is what I'm focused on, but to accomplish that, I need your help. Dr. King famously said, freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressor. If we want to move Shreveport forward, we will have to fight forward.
Adrian Perkins, SJW.
Change must be demanded by the oppressed.
What did he say about the redistribution? He doesn't sound like a man who's going to vote for Michael Bloomberg. He sounds like a man who's going to vote for Bernie Sanders.
Redistribution of resources.
Last but not least, from the mayor's State of Black Shreveport speech on Saturday, he talks about how black folks in Shreveport play by a different set of rules no matter where in the economic or social strata they happen to be.
This past week has gave us insight not only into the state of Shreveport, but it also demonstrated that Black Shreveport is expected to play by a different set of rules sometimes.